Are you kidding, Aaron Scope? Like, I'm not going to respond to you if you're going to just be trollish about this. I already explained why that's not, why that makes no sense, why that assertion makes no sense. I mean, like, you're welcome to pay attention and have a reasonable dialogue, and then I will engage with you. Or you're also welcome to be a troll. Um, I mean, I tolerate some level of like trollishness if it's like good-natured trollishness. Although, I mean, if it gets out of hand, I will also have to use mod tools. I don't like using mod tools, but someone's got to do it. All right, so doop 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 derp. Sorry, when I get like in the zone on like an art-related task. I mean, I think most people have heard me do this before. I just make weird face noises. Molly Bombs, hey, you're back. Welcome. Long time no see. How you been? uh, we are almost there. We were having a lively discussion about whether this should be a true font or a fake font, which I assume is the alternative. You're not a vector, Aaron Scope. I wouldn't consider this to be the font. I would consider this to be like the exported asset. I would consider this to be the font, and this is vector. I don't give Pygame a lot of credit. The last time I tried to do something clever with Pygame, Pygame was like, "Hey, instead of clever, how about arduous and annoying?" Um, so yeah, like I said, like if you actually have like proof of like and by proof I mean like I don't even need like hard evidence. I just need like something other than like vague assumption. If you have something other than like vague assumption about a much more efficient approach, realize though that your approach has to be so much more efficient that it actually is it. So yeah, not only does like the discovery of it have to be accounted into its efficiency, but also the amount of progress that I've made on this other approach. Because look, we're already at zero of nudging these assets to the side. So once we get to the end of this number set, there are only 4 symbols, and then we're almost done. So yeah, good luck, I guess. I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. If this approach is just so offensive to your sensibilities, I apologize because I understand like there probably is a better way to do it. There's probably like, or there's probably like, I mean, like this isn't right. Like this isn't like at a certain point. I thought you were here for it. At a certain no, maybe it was like just before you got here. At a certain point, I was like, all right, well, I'm not making a font anymore. Really, I'm just making something that will show up as text in my game. That was like a very deliberate point that I came to, and so I don't know. Maybe if you'd been here at that point, then like you could have been well actually, um, and uh, and then all the fate of the universe would have gone so differently. The other thing is that I'm not really like. I mean, I don't mind learning. What's the project? All right, so yeah, are you on mobile, Molly Bob? If you're not on mobile, then you can check out this. Well, yeah, but like you can't just like even like something that's grossly ludicrously efficient is like if you're talking about like scalability, like we don't have a scale problem in this game. Like scale is not a issue in this game. The There's going to be 2 fonts and I'm like halfway done with one of them. So if like the advantages of this other method is that like I could make like 10 million fonts in like only 80 times the or like in like 80% of the time it would otherwise. Like I'm not making that many fonts. So like if there's like basically any level of setup involved, like I feel like that should be clear at this point. So I'm probably not going to spend much more time trying to explain why I'm doing it this way. I guess I feel a little at liberty to spend to talk on that point because I don't know. I like this is like the if I wasn't doing that, I'd be making those like bleep bloop mouth noises right now. But yeah, like we're almost done, so we're almost back to the truest of the game dev activities. Oops, not that. Oh, whoops, I did the wrong thing. I meant to subtract selection, not make selection. Hey ho. Oh yeah, how do I want to space a? Oh yeah. All right, so I've been lining these up to the edge, but actually that might not be ultimately what I wanted to do. I might actually oh, good. Yeah. So yeah, check out that chat channel because that's like the text version of the game, and so that's the graphical version of the game. And so right now they're disparate. Like the graphics are just like canned graphics, and the text is just uh, text only. But yeah, uh, try and picture how those would work together, and then you can kind of get the gist of the game. I've been calling it a side quest. Like I don't know exactly how to like a lot of people call it a bot that I'm making, but I've been calling it like a side quest for the stream. So this is going to be something that like it is now. It'll just be like running during the stream, and it's just like I don't know. It's just like a well for one thing, it's just kind of like a light kind of like fun thing to do, and then also yeah, I plan on integrating it into the stream as well. So yeah. Like there's an experience. There's like you well yeah. If you check out the other channel, there you can check out like experience points and like it's not even the whole channel. Like JourneyBot is hosting my channel, so if you went to view JourneyBot right now, you would still see my channel and you could participate in JourneyBot chat. But you can even just open the chat itself. Like just like I just have like I'm not in the channel. I just have the that always happens. I just have the chat box open in another window because originally that was how I was actually going to implement this project, but then it was pointed out to me at a certain point that like people who are on mobile can't play in that separate channel because for one thing hosted like channels that are offline and hosting are inaccessible in the mobile version, or at least some version of the mobile version, like the version I use of the mobile version, it's inaccessible. And then also I don't know, it never struck me as like a convenient method of having like this extra chat window open. Like I don't think people would really like that very much. So yeah, it's eventually going to switch over to the main chat channel once it's not as spammy and once it's a little more stable and whatnot. So yeah. I'm just guessing that that's like roughly how a comma might look spaced. But again, I can come back and tweak these if some of the characters look like they're spaced weird. I could come back and tweak it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should have at least been more careful about how these characters are spaced. Maybe I don't know. There are like rudimentary things that I can do to adjust it in the short term, and then if I ever feel like making these a little more polished, then I can then there are a bunch of things I can come back and do. Oh yeah, so I guess the underbar won't actually stretch all the way across the thing, although it might be one of the widest characters. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, look how wide that is. Like the other characters are only like 15 in width. That's like 18 in width. So like yeah, something I can do is like these little like ghosty. Like there are technically 2 pixels here, which is why I shifted. Or there's 1 pixel width. They're 2 pixels tall, 1 pixel width, right here of like a light gray color. But like I don't know, I could even I mean especially on this one where like yeah 17 pixels I guess is the width. If I mean like if I want to change that, of course we're in Paint right now, so I can always just like I can always just narrow it or like widen it however I want. But yeah, for starters, like that well, I guess we'll start at 17 and see how that goes. So I'm gonna make a note of that so I don't forget. 17. Oh yeah, I can make a note of this too as 25, so I don't have to keep counting it out when I have to go back to that. Because yeah, so the maximum character name we're going to support is 25 characters. If there's like some weird way that oh here I can play along too, because it's a multiplayer game. So playing it single player like it doesn't. Well, you got the gist of it, I guess. But yeah, I think it'll be more interesting when it's played multiplayer because the whole event system is driven by like action balance. So like on some events, like you're supposed to try and work together and try and accomplish like the same goal. I mean, you're always trying to work together on some level, but like in some events you're like literally trying to work together and like accomplish the same thing. Sometimes you're trying to work together and literally come to an agreement, like actually like choose a course of action. Sometimes you're not really working together. However, there's like you still have to keep like there's always like this like the intro text was gonna say like what was it? It was really super cheesy, but it was like greetings, travelers. Adventure awaits. Your fates depend on one another, but your actions are your own. Just basically to convey that, like, you know, you're like. So the narrative, the light narrative, is supposed to be that like you're a band of adventurers, and you're on your merry way. So like, yeah, whenever an event occurs, like you're all in the event together, and like your actions, like the actions you take and the actions the other adventurers take, are going to have an impact on the outcomes that everyone finds or you know all of those outcomes that transpire. And so there's like an experience system so that you can like level up as you play. And actually, so yeah, this was a really narrow character, so I actually probably want to move it in the other direction. I don't know. Well, actually, yeah. Now that I know that the well, actually, no, I should start thinking about the character width now, because like this would dictate 17, but I'm pretty sure it's actually going to be narrower than 17. This is actually pretty close to 17, sort of, if you count the like ghostly sides, but we probably don't have to care about that. How much is it actually? It's 16. So that's, but then you know it could easily be crunched down to like 15 or oh no, not 16. Sorry, it is 15 because I wasn't counting this bar, but it could easily be crunched down to like 14 or 13 even. Cool. Oh yeah, Twitch plays Pokemon. Yeah, so like I guess like it's kind of like somewhere between like a gamified Twitch channel and a Twitch bot kind of. I don't know. Like those like Twitch plays Pokemon, like chat bots, tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. These are all the inspirations that I had for the project. Like text adventure games, multi-user dungeons. Like I was kind of like trying to, like I don't know. I felt like those all like those. Yeah, basically like you take those, you put them in a pot, you mix it all together, and you kind of come up with something like this. That was like my thought going into it, anyways. So yeah, 9's a little narrow. Nah, these are mostly good. Like yeah, most of these characters are roughly the same width. But then like yeah, there are characters like this that are clearly not the same width as the other ones, and so these ones might even. I want to go that far. No, that's like almost 3 whole characters, so it'll just be slightly nudgy. Tiboran, say how's it going? Yeah, no, I just when I started streaming, I was like, okay, yeah. So when I first started, like it was cool because like I was making games and people were here, and oh no, you know what it was? It was there. I did have an inspiration for it. It was have you ever gone to like those like charity streams where like they do like a long marathon and they're like playing games and they're trying to raise funds for like like some cause, like some charity, some charitable organization. They're basically trying to like raise, like it's kind of like a one of those like telethons that they used to have, except now with video games and the internet. um and like I don't know, those never, like, I always liked those things because I always like thought they were really cool what they were doing. They're like, they're putting their time into really spreading awareness and getting people excited and about this stuff. The thing was, though, I never really found them very gripping. Like, I would like check them out, and then I would be like, oh, cool. And then, are you guys familiar with Ludum Dare? DMC. Oh, cool. What? Charity? How did they win? Huh. That's boo to them. Yay to you. You're cool. They're questionably cool. If they are in fact a charity stream, then maybe they're cool too. But oh, that's awesome. Right. Yeah. So I guess familiar with like Ludum Dare. It's like the big thing that people think of with Ludum Dare is the big jams that they have. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. The other thing that they do though, when they're not having like those big jams, is that they do like monthly challenges, and I started thinking a lot about Ludum Dare because before Twitch had a game dev channel, the closest thing to a game dev channel was the Ludum Dare channel, and so like a lot of game dev streamers streamed for Ludum Dare, and so I got to the point where I was like, well, it's better to stream under that than to stream under my own, like under no banner whatsoever, because with no banner there's no discoverability. Like at least with like like a niche banner, like at least people who went to look for that niche thing would find the stream and so on and so forth. But yeah. So what am I talking about? Oh yeah, right. So coincidentally in October, the Ludum Dare challenge in October was to make a game start to finish, starting in October, start making a game, and by the end of October have completed that game, and specifically by the end of October have earned at least $1 from that title. And well, so ever the first world anarchist, like ever the rule breaker, my immediate thought was, I'm not going to make $1 for myself. I'm going to raise $1 for charity. And so the origins of this project actually was like, what could I make to accompany a Twitch charity stream that would encourage people to participate in the stream, to stay active, to stay engaged, to help help add like another layer so that people would be yeah, right, yeah, no, the October challenge was really cool. So yeah, I was thinking like, what could I do to for people who are viewing this charity stream, like what can I do, like basically to emphasize or like amp up the charity stream even more. So then I started thinking about like how the administrators of a stream, like in general, like a charity stream or like this stream for example, how the administrators like interact with the with everyone, like what tools are available for people running a stream, like how can they interact, like what like if there was a game there, like how could it play, and F's are actually kind of narrow, so E's are probably too, and then so then I actually in October I was working on another project. I was working on my portfolio project, Hero, which I did eventually get to a state that I was happy with, but it took me until October 23rd to actually get Hero to this state. And so I kind of like, I spent the whole month thinking about what I would do if I started on the October challenge, but I didn't actually get started on it until October 23rd, and then so by that time it was it was pretty clear from the outset, like I'm actually not going to finish this in October. And actually, well, so the text version that we have playing in the other channel, like just this very basic text version, I did finish in October, and I was like, oh, actually no, there's a day. If you go back into the archives, there's a day in the archives where I spent like half the day like waffling, like should I? Because oh yeah, right. So right at the end of October was the Extra Life weekend. I don't know if you guys followed that, but like the Extra Life basically like had an entire weekend where like they got so many streamers, like thousands of streamers, to like set up their to set up like pledge like their own individual like pledge drives or whatever, and then I don't even know what those things are called. I don't know the terminology, but they yeah. So I was like, it seems so perfect. I was like, I should find someone running like one of these Extra Life marathons, and I should get the game playable. So like right at the end of October, I raced to get this very basic text version running, and yeah, that was I didn't actually do it because like it got to the point where like I didn't I wanted to test it in like a channel with like approximately like 50-ish viewers, and so I was like looking for a channel with like that range of viewership, and I spent too much of the day tweaking it, and so by the end of the day it was just like I instead just spent the entire day working on the project instead of actually getting it up and running. So I think if I really pushed it, I could have actually made the October challenge, which is kind of funny because I was like I had only had like a week of dev time at that point, but yeah, I don't know, I don't feel bad, and at that point I also realized like, well, I'm not really doing this for the October challenge as much. I should just make this like a legit project. I should actually like, instead of constraining myself to finish it in a month, I should and I might finish it in a month. If I finish it in the next 2 days, I'll have finished it in a month. Not really gonna happen. But no, yeah, I decided instead to just make it the project that I want it to be instead of making it a rush job. Uh, yeah. Well, yeah. So I think I don't know. I don't know if I want to put in that much work. I don't know if I want to put in enough work for it to be a really polished. Because I don't know if you guys have seen the dev panel that I've whipped up for myself. It's very sufficient. Is how I would describe it. It technically does everything it needs to do. It's not usable. It's not convenient. It's not sensible. It's all like sloppy and just like thrown in, but it makes sense to me. So I could administer the game with it. If I was going to make it usable for other people, I would either have to train them on how to use it, or I would have to make it a much more finished product. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't like I so there's a point at which I plan to not work primarily on this project. Not working primarily on this project, but still like continue to improve this project over time. Like the events, like the canned events, like are really simple. Like they're like the whole data set there is just what is it like events, like the entire data for an event is literally just this. It's like several lines of text and like a number and like really simple. Yeah, so one thing I plan on doing once the game goes live is like every morning, like before I stream, maybe like I'll throw like one or two new events, maybe not every day, but like, intermittently, like before I, like in my downtime, I'll just like, throw in a few extra events. So that way, like even just like the prescripted events, like I intend to like, as is something that will continue to run, I'm hoping that like, I'm intending to keep that like fresh and interesting. And then also, I mean, there's the whole live component, which will be different every day because like we can do whatever we want with that. Yeah, so like yeah, the framework. I'm planning to get it to a place where it's usable, and then as we use it, I mean, it'll probably become clear like how we would want it to be better and like how we want it to change, and so I can, I can keep adding in like there's like I want a lot of the systems to be entirely like expandable too, so that like with the backgrounds, for example, I want it to be that like I can just like throw in new backgrounds regularly and have have it so that we're like exploring new places and then like maybe come up with like so one system that I don't know if I might do it for the first version. One system I want to do is to filter the events based on locale. So, for example, like if you're in the mountains, like we are now, it doesn't make as much sense to be on a pirate ship. There's like one of the events is like a pirate ship, and so like if you're in the mountains, it'd be a little strange, like to suddenly have that event. So one of the things I might want to do is to basically like categorize the events so that way you don't get weird mismatches like that. Uh, and then that way. Oh, hmm, hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly how. I mean, this is still a work in progress. So like, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want all these things to work, and then I plan on keeping it a continued work in progress, so that over time we can. Like one big thing that I still have no clue how I'm going to do it exactly, but I still want to do is I want to add character customization. I just really have no clue how I'm going to do it. Like I really want it, I just don't. Just oof, no. I'll either have to figure that out at some point or like just give up hope. I think all right. So I think other than the underbar, I think 16 is the widest other character, and I think 15 is actually almost reasonable. Although with 15, like characters might get like smooshed up against each other a little bit, so like for kerning reasons, I'll probably want not to go lower than. Oh, L is pretty narrow. I can nudge you over. I didn't mean to take this long. I kind of got into shifting the stuff around because I was talking for so long. I should have just gone through this all much quicker. So yeah. So I'll probably shrink down the underbar a skosh and just by one click and call it 16 the character width. A skosh. Sorry. Deselect. All right, so file oh no, I can just save it. No, save as. You're right. Yeah. Save as. Oh yeah, I still have the layers. So I have to actually want to get rid of. I don't have to get rid of this layer. I could just merge them down. Whatever. Yeah, no, I'll just smoosh it. Because like that should never show up. That vertical bar should never show up. Oh, but I don't know. I don't know how Pygame handles those things. So there might be artifacts if I leave it there. So anyways, I'll just do this. All right, save as. Hey, congratulations! Woo! Yeah. Go, Aaron. Yeah. That's awesome. Oh, sorry for yelling, by the way. I get annoyed when streamers suddenly get really loud. But yay, congratulations! That's awesome. Um, what is it? Is it a school that you like? No, I don't like. I have no short like. So Molly, I have no shortage of ideas for what to do with character customization. It's the hurdle of how to implement character customization. Like, don't worry, I'm not gonna run out of ideas anytime soon. Um, no, it's the actual product that it's ephemeral at this point, and I just need it to be a little more material before I'm able to act on it. So, no, that's all that's about. Uh, yeah. All right. All right. So, huh. All right. This won't be so bad. I just need to do. I just need to do what? A B C D E F G H I JKLMNOPQRSTUV. Uh, don't, don't, don't worry, I know the alphabet. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And then comma, pound, plus, underbar. Alright, so that's our string. Uh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so so with character creation, like, I so the way that, like, if I can figure it out, the way that I'd want to do it is by web interface. So that way, like, basically, like, I would just host on my site like a simple interface where you could go and you could set options for your characters. I just There's no good way to do it. I don't know. All right. I'm being too pessimistic because there probably is a good way to do it. I just don't know what is the good way yet. I still haven't figured it out. So that's the hurdle. That's what I need to overcome in order to figure it out. All right. So yeah, let's look up this first one before we Sheffield. Cool. Sorry, I'm gonna hook up the asset that we just popped out, and before we do that though, I'm going to just take a super quick break. I'll be right back, super fast, I swear. Oops, water bottle. There we go. I'll be right back, and then we'll get started. I'm back, sorry, really. Uh, hmm. Yeah. Aren't American universities like way more expensive though? Like, do you really want to go to an American university? Sorry, is it unpatriotic of me to say that American universities are probably all terrible and awful and stay away from all of them because they're the worst thing? I don't know, maybe it's expensive where you are too. Uh, hey Alex Switchwatcher, how's it going? Yeah, I'm from New England, so I think I have some idea of what you mean when you say dreary. Hey, I go to I mean I don't go to MIT, but I pass by MIT regularly. It's right on the same train line that I'm on. So like whenever I head into town, I go right by there. Uh, Yeah. Oh, okay, wow. So that's not cheap. You should go to Germany. No, I don't know if that's true, but like, I don't know. I read a headline recently that like I guess secondary education is like free in Germany now, even to non-German citizens, which seemed pretty cool. I don't know. Germany seems like a cool enough place. I don't know. I'd go there. I think I'd go there. I don't know any reason why I wouldn't. Wow. So that's steep. I don't like that. I'm in fact trying to undermine that system because if you watch game dev streams, you get like passive education. I know it's not like the same thing, but like I prefer passive education. I'm a strong believer in that, and because I think like the nice thing about passive education is that you can actually like do very hands-on things while you're getting passive education. So like you, for example, all you viewers, you could be working on games yourself right now, and like yeah. So part of the reason I stream is that like I don't know, I've been doing this for a while. I've picked up a few things along the way, and so like if I can impart some experience, like I don't know everything. Like for example, I don't know. I've never made a true text or true font, whatever file before, but I don't know. I like to think that I've some of the stuff I do is stuff that others could learn from, and yeah, I'm not enthusiastic about some of the educational alternatives right now, which is partly why I am a strong believer in stuff like game dev streaming. I think it'll be neat. Like, I don't know if some of you might have noticed that like there's not just like game dev streams. There's like music production streams, and like there's like this guy who does leatherworking on his stream, and I just think this is super great. And like I really like part of the reason I'm so amped about game dev streaming is that I kind of hope that this is like the future of like education for like more disciplines, like because games, sure, okay, I mean game streaming got popular, so I think that's why game dev streaming is getting more popular than other sorts of dev streaming and other sorts of like uh, discipline streams. But like there's no reason that like a lot of other disciplines couldn't uh, there's no reason that a lot of other disciplines couldn't do the same thing, like leatherworking, for example. Like leatherworking, or like I don't know, optometry. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Um, Stable, whatever people who work with horses are called. Like I mean, like there's basically like you name it. Like so, I actually I'm pitching a talk at PAX East in March. It hasn't got accepted yet, but I'm hoping it does. And like yeah, like the like the little blurb that I gave, like trying pleatherworking. That is super valid, and that is 100% valid. So valid, so valid. um, yeah, yeah. So like, I was just, yeah, no. What I was saying, so I was saying in the blurb for the pitch is, like, you can't fit 1,000 people crowding around one desk or like crowded in one room just to watch someone work, but you can fit a webcam like virtually anywhere. So like basically anywhere that there are people, as long as there's like a network connection, which like now with like with what cellular data can accomplish, like that's basically anywhere on the planet, almost anywhere. Um, yeah, like there's for basically anything that's happening on the planet that like you could be seeing it right now, and you could be learning from it right now. So, anyways, um, yikes, 28% rise in tuition. Gosh, come on! If you're gonna raise tuition, do it very subtly and very gradually over time. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Wow. That is really smart. All right, okay. I can see why you'd be okay with that sort of system because that makes sense. That is very sensible and makes sense. um, yeah, I would work in a system like that because it not literally everything has to be magically perfect, but as long as you get like reasonable systems like this, then then suddenly like something that's like a ridiculous like ludicrous proposition is, oh wait, no, now it's entirely feasible, all because someone was smart. So yeah, no, that's awesome. uh yeah. I'm just wearing like a little bib. It's just like a little it's like a little cloth necklace kind of. No. uh all right, sorry, I've been not deving for a little while, so I should get back to deving, huh? All right, so what do we have now? We have we can now load in our other file. So like font char, I think we called it, equals pygame image load font char dot ping. Char dot ping. And so just some qualities that we know about it is that uh, uh, font char height equals 26, and font char width, like the character width, not the entire width of the thing, is what it is. What did we decide? 16, I think. I think we said 16. Yeah. I did some of my education online, and honestly, I think I learned more from the stuff I did online than from offline. Like, it could be true that like it's harder to prove. Like, I don't think that's actually true. For one thing, I argue with your assertion that it's harder to prove if you've actually learned anything that way. Because like think of the way we evaluate students in face-to-face courses. Like we do it through like written tests and through submitted projects. Like there's nothing actual, like the only thing, well, okay, so I guess like yeah, it would be harder to do a face-to-face presentation. I would also dispute that assertion of my own in that like look at me right now. I'm giving a presentation right now. I'm literally delivering a presentation right now. If you all were faculty, you could be evaluating my presentation right now. So yeah, so I'm going to argue with your assertion that it actually is even harder to assess that the assess the about assess provability in an online course. However, I'm also going to point out that that's secondary. That's like getting your grades is the it's what? It's like the consequence of education. The point of education is to get smarter. And there's nothing about the online format that makes it harder to get smarter. Like you can learn just as easily that way. So so yeah, if grades were important, then then there could be an argument. I don't think it's true, but there could be an argument that it's harder to assess grades. But for one thing, I don't think grades are actually that important. I think the purpose of education is to learn. So yeah. No, I mean I took like basically more than half my education was like face to face, but like a good chunk of it was I did online just because that was more convenient, and I that like that I honestly think I got more out of that because like for one thing I didn't hate the process. Like it was a process that actually made sense, and it wasn't like grossly and unreasonably inconvenient. As someone who lived in a place where like we would just regularly get like 4 feet of snow, like okay, you have to trudge through 4 feet of snow just to go to 1 hour of classes this morning. That's mandatory? Really? I can't just do the same exact thing and study the same exact material and actually cover more ground because I'm studying at my own pace from the comfort of my own home on the same topic? No, it's just like I don't know. there are logistical reasons that I think online courses are actually highly advantageous. You might have noticed I'm a bit of a technologist. I like where technology goes. I like the places that technology can go, and so I try and uh, help it along its way. Anyways, Syngender, welcome. How's it going? Uh, I call you Syngender, but would you prefer I call you Holes Qbel, or however this is the correct way to pronounce that? Because I noticed you named your bot Holesbot. So do you prefer Holes Qbel, or however it's supposed to be pronounced? If hypothetically, if I could pronounce Holes Qbel correctly, would you prefer I say that? So I would refer you, so Aaron, I would refer, oh, or excuse me, Mollybobs, I would refer you to my previous point that we're literally, I mean, we're not face to face right now, but like we're face to right now. And like with the same technology, or like with very similar technology, we could literally be face to face right now. So what? So what? What's the actual value of cramming a million people in a room? Not literally a million, but like cramming a ton of people in a room and acting like they can only learn all together. Like they have to learn in lockstep. Like don't learn at your own pace. Don't study what interests you. Get force fed this like prescribed itinerary all in lockstep. Right? That's perfect. Ship it. If university was a game, and I tried to produce that as a game, I would expect like a terrible Metacritic score. I would expect like a Metacritic score of like 30 or something. Or maybe that's probably generous. Like if I tried to ship like the current education system in the world as a game product, like people would be like so unusable. Why did they design it this way? Ridiculous. No one. This is like all so unnecessary and aggravating. Like no. um, what is open.ac.uk? Oh, is this like a? Oh, cool. Yeah, that does sound cool. I yeah, I like that there are places that get it right. And I think like I think sorry, I know I've just been ranting for a while, and I'm just gonna sum up this rant, and then I'll move on. But we're moving in the correct direction. Like the world is moving in the correct direction because like it's really difficult to make the world move in the wrong direction. Like no matter how wrong or like ingrained like a set of individuals might be, like they can't literally stop the entire planet. Like they can't literally grind everything to a halt. So because of that we are moving in the correct direction, or like despite that I should say despite all that we are moving in the correct direction. We're just moving there slower than like we could if instead like people got their stuff together and like realized what was up, and what potentials we have right now. It's just that like major institutions are like a business, so they can't take on as much risk, and so they basically have to let other people do it first, and then once it's proven to be a successful model, then they'll steal it and profit from it. That's how business works. Um, end rant. End rant. Um, unless someone said something particularly incendiary in chat. Yeah, Captain Capsule knows what's up. Yep. All right, so we're doing font stuff. I swear we are. All right, so the other thing that we need is font dict equals dict, and then for or so yeah, so just for character in why do I keep doing equals when I mean to say in? For character in uh, oh yeah, I need an iterator too. So font dict and oh no. Oh yeah, right now. Oh, uh, wait. Yeah, no, whatever. I'll just say fi equals 0. So for c in whatever, fontdict uh, c equals fi fi plus equals 1. Cool. Do I have 0 twice? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I put it at the. Thank you. That was a good catch. I would not have figured that out very fast. Right. Yeah. I put it at the beginning where it's supposed to go, but then I put it at the end instinctively, just because I was like tapping my fingers across the keyboard. Yeah. Thank you. Oh wow, what's all happening in here? Oh, whole spot is happening in here. uh, uh, Singing wooden bucket. That's amazing. Sorry, it took me a second to catch up because of all that ranting that I've been doing. Uh, Alright, so... Oh, whoops, I forgot to end it with a colon. Alright, so now we have... This is just keeping track of... oh, yeah, you know what? Actually, let's say fi times... times what? Times fcw. Font character width. Because now this dictionary keeps literally the starting coordinate, the starting x coordinate for our font. So when we have to retrieve it to blit, we can simply use the value instead of having to calculate it again. All right, so save that, and then right. So let's make a method to blit text, or a definition. Let's define what it means to blit text. So def blit. Oops. Just by convention, I've been naming it like this. I don't know if this is sensible. I might be whatever. Blit text. So what do we do when we want to blit text? So we need to know about a few things. We need to know about our Pi game graphics, right? Because that's how we graphics.blit whatever. Oh yeah, we need arguments too. So to blit text, we need what? We need to know what text we're blitting. We need to know where to blit it. So I think that's 2 ints and a string, I'm pretty sure. Oh, but I don't define types, so I'll just call it string cx and cy. So yeah, so we need to know about graphics, right? So this is global graphics. And then we're not blitting this. We're blitting font char. Oh yeah, I should have a blit text char and blit text. Yeah. Or should I just like use the same method and add like an option for what type of text to blit? Maybe. Yeah, no, I'll just I'll do it that way. So blit text, string, cxcy, and font. Hey, yeah, okay. So the game is kind of in pieces. Ali, welcome to the channel. Alia 14 full. Yeah, welcome to the channel. The game is kind of in pieces right now. So we have some of the. Hey, thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. So the game, right? So we have like pieces of the game working. It's not all working together yet, but like you might notice on the bottom of the screen down there, there's like there's like a little mountain range, and there are little dudes like crossing the mountain range. So that's like part of how the graphic system will work. So yeah, you might be noticing at this point that the game seems to be taking place in the stream itself, which is in fact where it's happening. I'm using if you're on mobile, you might not be able to go to this link, but if you're on a PC or like on a computer, you might be able to open this other chat channel in a separate tab or something. Um, this is where like the text part of the game is going, because right now the game is run through text, but I'm kind of in the process of shifting it over. So the stuff that has been showing up in text is going to be showing up more on screen. So what we're doing right now is actually we're setting up the graphics down in the bottom corner so that we can have the game play out on screen. And yeah, so yeah, if you check out what's happening in that chat channel, you can kind of get a idea of like what could be happening with the game. In terms of like how it plays, and then we're in the process of setting up the feedback. So because it's like right now it's text only, but it won't just be text only for the final version. So yeah, so blit text, string cxcy font, global graphics, graphics. Okay, so we're going to blit. Yeah, so no, so actually I guess we're going to say so if oh. Well, actually, no, I guess we could blit font, right? And then we could just pass in whichever font we want to blit from. Uh, yeah, right now it's literally just like a constant stream of people walking across the bottom of the screen. It's just constant, like, yeah. Those are actually going to correspond to the people in the channel. So it'll actually be like if there are 10 people in the channel, there'll be 10 people marching along, and so on. So yeah, it's a multiplayer game for the stream. So like everyone's playing together all at the same time, and the idea is that like we're all a band of adventurers, and we're like right now we're crossing like a mountain range, but I plan on adding more like background art and more character art, and like the text portion is like the event system where like the game actually plays out, and then also there's like I have it set up so that it's actually like it's kind of like I'm kind of setting it up like a tabletop role playing game like Dungeons and Dragons. So like I actually have a control panel on my side where I can control the game, to some degree. I give myself like some tools that I can use to like to guide the game, and so we can kind of make it like a collaborative sort of thing. Everyone will be in the game. Like that's actually what I'm setting up right now. Is I'm setting up so the reason this is called font character is that this is the text that will show each character's name. So yeah, right now it's just random dudes walking across the bottom of the screen, but each of those little characters, I say dudes, but they're actually going to be gender inspecific. So I'm going to change the art so it's a little more. They're just going to be like cute little avatars. Not too cute. They're just going to be like little representative avatars. And so right now what I'm putting in the text for is to indicate like right now if you go over to the other chat channel, you can do like the command stats, and it'll tell you how many points you have or like what your current experience level is. But I want to take out the stats command. So to replace the stats command, it will actually just show up on screen how many points you have. It'll like as the adventurers walk past, like as you partake in events and as you gain experience, like little like experience points, whatever's will like pop up out of the character's head. So like you'll know exactly like how that's all going. Will I make a forum or like a special price of text? Oh, piece of text. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Piece of text for the makers of the game. Oh yeah. Well, for one thing, I'm the maker of the game, so yes. And I was talking about I want to put in like some level of character customization. So I'm thinking for people who participate in the early version, I'm thinking that I might put like a little badge to indicate like who is here. Yeah, okay, yeah, like what you were saying. So I called it the hipster badge because it's like the people who who were here before it was cool. It's literally in my backlog. I have like a list of things that I want to add to the game, and one of the things for Journey is I want to add in hipster badge. The balloons and confetti thing. Oh, I might put in balloons and confetti. Balloons and confetti is just so that like I was thinking of I'd put in a button so like when something cool happens, like just the other day we hit our 300th follower, for example. And so like I was thinking of putting in a button so that like I could click it and then like confetti would like and it would be like a party or whatever. I don't know. But the hipster badge I think I am gonna do. Uh, oh yeah. Well no, I'm just gonna go with I don't like text. Despite the fact that I'm making a text adventure game, I don't like text, and I'm trying to represent as much visually as possible. So, yeah, you could have like titles, but instead I actually want to make diverse character art, so that way, instead of saying it like you literally see like, oh look, that person is carrying a little bindle, and they're dirtied. Like perhaps that is a hobo. Um, but yeah, so I was thinking, like for everyone. Originally, I said it was for the first 100 followers that I got, because this was back when I only had 100 followers. Um, I said all the first 100 followers get the hipster bag, but I think it might just be everyone who works on it in the pre-release version, and like everyone who plays the game. Like the game saves, like your data is persistent, and so right now I have this folder of everyone who's played it. So like I'm probably just gonna use this as like the list of who gets hipster badges. Um, so yeah. Yeah, so right now I'm setting up a system so that we can blit text. So, right, we have to do a few things. We need global graphics, and eventually we're going to blit said graphics. I guess we need, uh, oh, I just thought of something. Space characters. We're not handling space characters yet. Huh. I guess I could just put the space character at the end, and I wonder if it would give an error if I tried to blit outside of the range of the range of the image. I mean, I guess we can find out. And if it doesn't work to just blit outside the range of the image, then I might have to come up with a different system. But for now, or I could even just extend the image and have a blank space there. Although I think typically, no, in a monospace font. All right, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna do the simple, obvious option. Is I'm just going to select all, copy, file. Oh wait, no, never mind. New. So it'll be 820. Select all, delete, paste. All right, so now there's the same thing, but now the very final character is just blank. So cool. All right, so save this as as font jar.ping. Yos, and it's monospace, so all good. Am I a hobo nerd? Yeah, you could say I'm a hobo nerd. um, hobo badges, huh? Interesting. All right. No, yeah. No, I don't have anything against hobos. Uh, oh, if you're offended by the word "what," you're gonna have a hard time here, because like, uh, one of the things that I say when I don't know what I'm saying is what a, because it's me starting to ask a question to myself and then not even having the question fully formed in my mind. So it's like, oh, I was gonna do something. Sorry. So just advanced warning, you're gonna have a hard time. um, all right, yeah, all right. So space character, we got that. All right, so right, so we need to keep track of what do we need to keep track of? Oh, distance, yeah. So right, because so global. What is it? It's global FCW. Actually, I guess I guess this all doesn't have to be an if pygame on. What if I took this out of if pygame on and then turn graphics off? So I'm gonna bring down the visual. I'm gonna bring down the graphics for a second. Is this really what causes? I'm guessing if anything, it's graphics, right? Is this? Oh yeah. So now I'll turn graphics off. What is this gonna do if I do this? What is it still like? Is it gonna? No, it doesn't even. Oh, what's this? Oh, right. Yeah, no, I left an error in the thing, so that's not gonna help. But what about this? Is this even gonna run? No. What? cont'd? What are you talking about? Oh, right, no. I always do that. For some reason, I guess because I have to declare a dictionary with, with parentheses. I always try and index dictionaries with parentheses, when actually they get indexed like most things with square brackets. Alright, so yeah, just because, alright, so yeah, I have to, right, I think I can just say, if, graphics, wait, what do I call it? If graphics on. Yeah, or pygame on. Pygame on, and then, alright, so I'll just do this one step, and then everything else won't be in the conditional case. Right, so that should work. So now, good, yeah, no graphics. Excellent. Excellent. Alright, and then I can turn graphics back on and start the project again. Oh, so I don't know if it's clear, but this game actually, like, this game will only ever run on one computer. This game will only ever run on my computer. Like, to play this game, you play it from where you are right now. If you can watch Twitch, you can play this game. I don't like the comparison to Twitch plays Pokemon, but there are those comparisons. So, like, for example, all you need to play Twitch plays Pokemon was Twitch. All you need to play this game is Twitch. And for me to be online, because I'm not going to be online 100% of the time. Yeah. So you're in luck. If you're here right now, and if you're hearing me say these things, and you're seeing these things happen on screen, and you're able to participate in chat, which you seem able to do, then you can play this game. You have passed the test. All right, so is apparently another one of my things that I. All right, so that one wasn't an that one was an ah. Subtle distinction. It was an ah, as in like a sigh. All right, I'm all right. It's Friday. I'm probably not going to stream forever today, but yeah, I just wanted to put in some time because we got a lot done yesterday. And I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like we're in one of those places where the project is in a good state, and I'm excited about it. So I'm eager. I'm raring to go, and here we are. I'm raring to go, but I'm also clearly very distractible. So hence this state. Choice chamber. Yes, and it's not similar to what I'm doing, but I have heard of it. I'm very familiar with choice chamber. The difference between choice chamber and this game is that choice chamber is like Twitch plays Pokemon, and I hate the comparison to Twitch plays Pokemon. No, choice chamber is basically just Twitch plays Pokemon, except like if Pokemon had never existed before Twitch plays Pokemon, then well, I don't know. You clearly know what choice chamber is, but I really have to emphasize, this is not a game channel. This is not a game channel. This is not a game channel. In fact, the first day I have this project running, I'm probably going to set the name of this broadcast to be, this is not a game channel. 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 All right, hopefully we're clear on that point. Let me know if you have any questions. Uh, um, all right, that is very good because if you if you hate the sound of laughter, this would be a very difficult channel for you. um, um, Sometimes when I get bored, I just play laughter in the background. I just have audio files of laughter, and I just play. No, yes, Alia knows what's up. Thank you, thank you. Uh, uh, so, what? Sorry. What else are we doing here? Right. So we have to keep track. Oh, global. Yeah, character width. Oh, I guess we have to have both of the global character widths. Yeah, Alia has got it down. Uh, I think I'll need. So for now, I just need FCW, but when I come up with the other font, I'll also need that width. Or I could just make two separate methods. I could just make two separate methods. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I feel like doing. Yeah. Yeah, Alia, I like you. You're a regulator. You speak your mind. And you know what's up, so it all works out. Alright, so we have FCW, and now, okay, do we have to keep track of like distance, blit? Whoa. um, I don't speak French, but apparently you do, which is awesome. I kind of wish I spoke more languages, but um, yeah. So we just need to keep track of distance. So like dist, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Dist equals 0. Oh, yeah. Maybe I'm just gonna make two separate methods for this. I don't know. I only have two types of text, so. So it'll just be blit text char, and that way I can do I can just do this oh no. Huh. Actually, I just changed my mind again. I'm just gonna pass in the width, so font and width, I guess, or chart width, width, whatever, it's fine. Okay, so now I actually don't need this. I can just use width. So, blit font pygame rect bg scroll I no. This is the x value. This is the x coordinate, and so it's going to be cx. This is the y coordinate, and it's going to be cy. This is the width, right? This is the width. I am from. Right now, I'm living like near Boston, Massachusetts, in the United States. I'm originally from New Hampshire, in the United States, which is not far from Boston. But yeah, so I guess New England probably is the easy answer. Hey, Ancient Cyan, how's it going? Welcome. I try and keep a healthy balance. Actually, like, because coding is not my strength. It's like it's an important part of game development for me. There's game development without coding, but for me it's an important part of game development. But I think like the thing that is most important to me about game development is I don't know, I guess the design, most people call it. Specifically systems design. Is like I think that's like I don't know, that's what I spend the most time on. And a lot of that is just like talking, right? Because like there's a lot that goes into actually coding it up, but more often, I don't know if everyone agrees with me on this one, but for me, it's often more important to get the design nailed down, and then and then I mean, getting it to work. Once you have the design nailed down, getting it to work is like supposed to be the easy part. It's the relatively easy part, tools permitting. All right, so we're blitting. Oh yeah, so the position. No, this is the width that we're blitting. So the width is going to be. Oh, and I guess I have to pass in the height too, which is fine. Or I could just pass in. I could just package these. Oh yeah, no, I could just package these. I could just package these up. I could just say, so yeah, actually, all right. So this will be, this isn't gonna be font char. It's gonna be font char ping, and then so then we're going to have class font, and class font will have ping equals, I don't know. I don't want it to equal anything. Null? Can I do null? Capital N null? Does that work? No, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't know. It equals an image that we're gonna load later. Don't worry about what ping equals. Ping equals 0. I don't care. Whatever. And then we'll also have width and height. Yeah. And then so width equal, yeah, this will all just be 0 for starters. And then so, oh hey, look what's happening in chat all of a sudden. Waffle time, Rift OC. You are a smart person. Later today, I don't mean to brag, but later today I'm gonna eat so much Chinese food. I'm gonna order so much Chinese food. I'm gonna eat so much Chinese food. I honestly can't wait. I cannot wait. It's burning inside of me. This future Chinese food that I will someday. Oops, I have sound on. Turn sound off. Quick. What is this? Oh, I've seen this. I've seen this before. Hold on. This is Rift OC's link. Oh yeah, Ponty. Yeah. So official Ponty asked if I can show Journey working again, and yeah, it's so I'm linking the link. I'm linking to the channel wherein that is occurring. Mods Lover, hey, welcome. How's it going? I might put in a hobo bindle just because you asked for it, Alia. I mean, you didn't ask for a bindle, but I might put in a bindle just because you've convinced me of the importance of hobos. Probably not, but I don't know. Anything could happen. Alright, so right, okay, so we're passing in font, and then font is actually going to be so for example, font char. Actually, I guess I could do this. Font. Yeah, alright, so I can just say font char equals font, and then so font char dot ping equals font char dot ping equals whatever, and then font char height char dot height equals 26, and font char dot width equals 16. Awesome. So now when we want to blit this font, we can just blit this font, and we want to no, this is a personal project. And so actually part of the reason that I'm probably never actually going to put a hobo bindle in the game is that I actually, because this is a personal project, I'm specifically not accepting collaboration, and I can't stop you from saying things in chat. Actually, no, that's not true. I can stop you from saying things in chat by banning you if I need to, but hopefully it won't come to that. So I don't want to stop you from saying things, but I will specifically avoid the things that you say. And that's just because this is a personal project and it's not a collaborative project. I work on a lot of collaborative projects on stream. And so, actually, if you're interested in hearing when, like, I do these stream jams from time to time where we literally all mirror, where it's, like, intentionally collaborative. So, yeah, at srsly_bz is my Twitter handle. There's a link to it in the info panel, and so I'll put out announcements beforehand. So if that's the sort of thing that interests you, you can follow that, and I can and you can find out when it happens, when it's coming up, when to tune in for that sort of thing. So yeah, just yeah, I maybe I should put that explanation in my bio, because I don't know, it's a pretty important distinction. Kai, how's it going? All right, chat is doing fantastic right now. Fantastic, I tell you. um, yeah. So, right. All right. That's all good and hooked up now. And so now we can blit. Yeah. So now we can blit font dot width and font dot height. I assume. uh, Wait, what's this? What is this? Oh, right, right. Font dict. Oh, 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 oh. The stages of O. Uh, yeah, no, I guess we won't do this here. We could have separate dictionaries. We could have separate dictionaries for character positioning. Nah, I'm just gonna use the same one. I mean, I might reverse my mind about that, but I think for now we're just gonna use the same one. Kai, yeah, I'm okay. Yesterday someone asked me if I'm sick. Do I look sick? It might be part of the lighting. Like I tend to look a little bit like washed out. Like especially if I put something like bright orange on screen, it tends to make me look really like sickly. Or if I put something like bright yellow on, or no, a bright green on screen, it makes me look sickly. But I don't know. Oh, I can stop her from saying bye. Oh, sorry, Alia. Sorry, I should start saying bye. I didn't. Sorry, I missed the part where you said you had to go. Yeah. Hey, if you're around again sometime, I stream most weekdays. I think I might be switching my streaming schedule to like around 10 to 5 Eastern Standard Time, or like 11 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. I'm trying to move it a little earlier in the day because well, a lot of my viewers are from Europe, frankly, and so I feel like moving it earlier in the day would probably be helpful for them. And so yeah, if I'm on a lot, so hopefully I'll see you again sometime. Have a great whatever time it is wherever you are. I don't know where you're from, but yeah, have a great time of day, whatever time of day it is. um, all right, good job, Sinjender. Uh, um, yeah, I'm just gonna use the same dictionary. I'm just gonna multiply it out. All right, so yeah, the other thing that we're not blitting is like basically any of this business because oh right, wait a second. Oh, wait a second. I completely overlooked something, which is I've never actually blit a sub image. I've never blit piece of an. Oh man. Oh, am I a crazy person? I hope I'm not a crazy person. Um, Probably. Do you have a specific question, Riftosi? Because I can definitely answer specific questions. Uh, what Oof. Oh shoot. Am I supposed to chop these up into? I really don't want to chop these up into individual files. But last time I used Pygame, now that I think about it, last time I used Pygame, uh... oh, well, actually, I guess it would. in some regards, it would save time if I chop these up into separate files, but I don't want to. I don't want to. Pygame home blit. What? This is why I'm not completely enthusiastic about Pygame. Is that like the docs are so bad, so bad. Like they might be the worst docs I've ever had to work with. It's possible that they're the worst docs I've ever had to work with. All right, so graphics, is that it? Or no, what's it called? What is it actually called? Pygame display set mode. Display blit. Excuse me. I am from. I assume you're asking to me, Kai, unless you're talking about someone else's accent. I'm from New England, in the United States. Yeah, I don't know. Is that? I don't know. Yeah, that's no. I mean, I do know that that is a true statement. What I just said is a true statement. I don't know if I have an accent. I don't know. I guess no. I should have. Everyone has an accent, right? Everyone has an accent, but like, I don't know if my accent is like stereotypically New England. I don't know. I don't necessarily try and talk like New England. I don't know. Sorry, I'll stop saying I don't know. But it's funny. I don't think about that very often. So what? I bet that's true, if Josie. I bet that's true. Um, ugh. Yeah, last time I used Pygame, I never, I didn't go so far as to figure out how to blit, like, a piece of a sheet. Which is why, actually, I have my, my sprite sheet for my, oh, man. Yeah, I hadn't thought of this recently. My sprite sheet for the little walking dudes is in two separate files because I, yeah. So I guess I could give it another shot, trying to figure out like how the heck I'm supposed to be doing this, but I don't know. On the other hand, I might just instead not Pygame blit. Please surface blit. Why did this come up? Oh, blit. Draw one image. Draw a. All right, so source dest area. Oh, area. Area, probably. Area, maybe? Where's the area? Oh, sorry, I'll stop saying area. Area. An optional area rectangle. A smaller portion of the blah, 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 blah. Awesome. Sorry. But, yeah, I think, alright, I think that's what I was looking for. So, wait, how do we do that? Oh, cool. That's actually pretty useful. I don't know if we have everything set up. Uh, I'm not listening to the audio. Is it okay? Like Rifto C, I assume the audio is okay for I haven't seen it. I'm not listening to the audio, but I've seen this video before, and the video itself is hilarious. Um, I'm assuming that you haven't like dubbed super offensive, like hate speech on top of that video. All right, thank you. um, okay. Uh, so. So yeah, I don't know if I'm fully set up to do this, but I think we're partially set up. So area equals, I guess. Yeah. So and yeah, the other thing that we want to do when we're blitting, and we can probably do this for our character art too, which would be kind of convenient. It'd be just easier to work on it in a single file. So right, so pygame rect that whatever, and then area equals pygame dot rectio Uh, sorry. X is right. So this is where we et cetera, et cetera. This is where it starts getting interesting. So X is font dot width times something, and then Y is 0, and width is again font dot width. Wait, what? Wait, am I supposed to be passing in a rect? This is a rect, right? Yeah, rect. Why am I passing in the width and the height? I don't know. I guess I have to just define the width and the height twice for no particular reason. Whatever. I don't care. I just have to... I don't know. That's weird. I feel like that's redundant, and it probably is, but whatever. I'll just go with it for now. Oops, not enough parentheses. Alright, so font width times what? Times, right, so this is actually, yeah, so this is split isn't just happening, it's happening inside a, for I, or for C in string, we're going to do this, and it's going to be times font dot, or no, font dict, global font dict, global font dict, global font dict, blah, 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 global font dict. Thank you. I did. I linked it. I linked your video. Yeah, you got wrecked. Get wrecked. Get wrecked would be a much better function than wrecked. If anything, wrecked should be a Boolean value. No, font dict index C. Alright, so I don't know. I feel like this should work now. I might be wrong, and it'll be funny when I'm wrong, because I'm probably wrong. But I don't know. So I'm just gonna try it and see what happens. So we should blit this last. We might want to blit it before characters, because if anything, it should underlap characters and not overlap characters. But for now, I think I'm just gonna say. So like, I'm just gonna give some of the characters names, kind of, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So where is this? It's in the Pygame section. So, like, blit text, right? String will be like, so potato. Oh yeah. So actually, just to be safe, I probably want to do string dot lower. String dot lower. I said lower. Just in case I accidentally pass in. I mean, it's all uppercase anyways, but we're working with lowercase characters, so. No, I don't do that, RiftOC. I'm gonna have to mute you if you don't settle down. Physics enemy. Yeah. Syngender knows what's up. Alright, yeah, so it's lower just in case. So one of our adventures is going to be named Potato. So blit text potato, and then I just need to give it the CX, the C and the X. So the c, or the x, and the x will be advs 6, I think, and so adventure 6 will be named potato, and then the height will be what, these guys get blit at 280, so I should blit this a bit above that, so like 240. Alright, let's see if potato shows up. Oh no, I need to give it the font too. Font char. I don't know. I don't have high hopes for this, but only one way to find out. Alright. Argument 1 must be a pygame.surface, not instance. What? Alright, yeah, so I didn't think this was going to work because, yeah, it was saying this is how you work with surfaces, but I don't think I was really doing a surface, really. So apparently I need to make these things surfaces instead of just loading in the ping. So how would I do that? So how to turn like just a loaded image into a surface is apparently an important thing to figure out. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, right, the pygame section. So yeah, right now we just have so like, all right, let's try playing around with a surface and see what happens. So like, if like glur equals pygame dot surface surf array. That is awesome. Actually, was I supposed to declare stuff up front with this? Dot surface. Was I supposed to? No arguments. Alright, so glur dot what? What? Where do you? Glur is a surface. Glur dot. Oh yeah, don't autocomplete or anything. That'd be freaking convenient. Jerk. Alright, so, so what am I doing? To this surface. Fill? No. Alright, draw one image onto another? No. Change the pixel format of an image. Actually, maybe blit. Oh. Oh. Oh? Maybe... Alright, so no, maybe... Yeah, no, I don't know if this is going to be correct, but I think, like, I'm supposed to create a surface and fill up and blit over the surface? But this... Oh, yeah, actually, this is Spider. I meant to switch over to PyCharm, but this is Spider that I'm using currently. It's SPYDER, and it comes with the Anaconda distribution. By the way, that sort of information is in my bio, so if you're ever curious about that, I'll try and keep my bio update with that sort of information. So, I don't know if this is correct, but let's try making a, it's like, so let's say surf equals pygame dot surface. So then like surf dot blit. So actually wait, yeah, so let's basically, so that, yeah, instead of saying like graphics dot blit, let's say say surf dot blit font, etc. And then And then after we do that, let's just say graphics dot blit surf. Oh, except yeah, no, this isn't CXCY anymore. This is oh right, yeah. Hey, we got a new follower. Jabrat88, welcome, welcome to the party. Thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. Um, yeah, actually, we were never really keeping track of distance, so we should do that. So dist equals 0 for starters, and so right, so we should go for 0 here. Oh, wait, surface. Ugh, I feel like I should have to declare like dimensions to this surface. Like the surface needs dimensions, right? Like how does it? How else would? Oh, surface width height. All right, cool. Cool. All right, yeah. So that makes more sense. So Pygame surface. What is the width and the height? The width is len str or len string times font dot width, and the height is font dot height. All right, this might work, I guess. I don't know. What do you have against dist equals 0? Your invalid syntax. I'll invalidate your syntax. Oh no, I'm not closing the parenthesis. There we go. That better? Dist is never used. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Alright, so dist, dist. Yeah, dist. And then the other thing we do as we're looping through here is we set dist plus equals font.width. So now now we can what on earth is going on in here? So just a heads up, Sin Gender, if someone actually wanted to play JourneyBot, I know no one's playing it right now, but hypothetically if someone did want to play JourneyBot, I would need you to stop doing that, because JourneyBot's not very playable when you're doing that. So just a heads up. So yeah. Yeah, how's it going, Jarrett? Thanks for stopping by. It's nice to it's nice to see you. So maybe this will work. I hope this will work. It'd be neat if this worked. So now we just blit surf. Where do we? Oh, now we blit it at like location pygame.rect. Oops, rect. CX, CY, and then I guess the length again, or the same dimensions as the last time. Which are these? So is this gonna work? I don't know. It'd be neat if it did. Maybe? We'll find out. Probably not gonna work. Nope. Argument 1 must be Pygame surface, not instance. So yeah. The answer to that is no. So yeah, so we still need to know how to turn our how to get these stupid surfaces like things. These surfaces should be things. I feel like. So alright, draw one image onto another. That doesn't work because you don't let us work with images that aren't surfaces. Change the pixel format of an image. I don't care about that. Change the pixel format of an image, including per pixel alphas. No. Create a new copy of a surface. Fill surface. Sorry, I'm just reading over this. I read faster if I'm not reading out loud. Why can you not just like set a freaking image, freaking surface? Ugh, this is ridiculous. Yeah, used to represent any image you say, any image, any image you say. uh, is it really just not going to tell me? uh, isn't this the obvious thing? That you create a surface and you just put a freaking image on it? Is that not the obvious thing? To me, that seems like the obvious thing. Like the first 5 words of this page should be, uh, yeah, I know. I already told you I'm planning on switching over to PyCharm. I just haven't yet. The first 5 words of this page should tell you exactly how to do this. All right, so pygame ping surface. Tell me image, maybe. I don't think anyone cares. Oh, create new surface from a string buffer? What the hell is a string buffer? So apparently I can transfer it to a string buffer and then create a surface from the string buffer. But that sounds ridiculous. Why don't I just... Like, why would there be like 10 steps involved with the most basic thing in the world? Which just makes me skeptical. Yeah, and they sound like opposites. To string from string. That sounds like the opposites of things. So am I just like doing something dumb? Am I just making... Should this work? And I'm just making a silly mistake somewhere. Argument 1 must be pygame.surface, not instance. No, it seems fairly convinced that that's not an that's not correct. Pygame image load. Pygame.surface dot no, nothing. Not gonna give me anything with that. So I'd like to figure this out. I might not be streaming for too much longer. Just a heads up. I might be streaming for longer. I'm just wouldn't that be great, Mr. Max Meyer? I'm doing pygame image load, setting it to ping, and I'm using... Oh, am I not... Did I forget to say... I forgot to say font.ping. I'm an idiot. Alright, so maybe it does. Let's find out. I should have said font.ping. I was not saying font.ping. So maybe that was the problem. Let's find out. That's funny. Yep. That says potato. Look at that say potato. Awesome, huh? That totally says potato. You all see it saying potato, right? Alright, well, something works there. I'm gonna get rid of this other stupid whatever surface whatever garbage now that we know more about why that other thing wasn't working. Graphics. Yep, because of my own stupid mistake. Alright, so... Oh yeah, no, and so now it's actually dist plus cx and then cy. Alright, let's see if this works better. I don't know. Hopefully this will at least make the transparency work. Alright, so now it's at least saying potato better. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, I know it. I know what it's doing. I know it's not saying potato. See, the A works because A is the first character, and I'm just messing up because it's actually so right. So fonts have width, height, and space. Uh, space for this. So space is actually where we want to use when when pulling characters out of the texture. Uh, Width is what we want to use when placing the characters. So space, because the characters have, there's a space between the characters, and I guess I could have shrunk that, but I don't know. I also wanted a little leeway to change the spacing of the asset without having to change the asset, but just changing how we blit it. So yeah, that was what I forgot. That was the other thing I forgot. Ethan Adja, hey, how's it going? Yeah, props to Max Meyer for stating the obvious, which no, it was your faith. It was your faith and sensibility that made it that made me reevaluate uh, whether I was in fact being sensible, and I was just making a stupid mistake. So I'm just like Pygame has already proven to me to be really unreliable. So I'm unfortunately very ready to assume that there's something going terribly wrong with Pygame, which is a horrible thing. Which is a horrible thing to have. Like, it's a horrible quality to have about a tool that you're using, because like if you are so distrusting of your tools, then it makes it that much harder to figure out what's happening. Like, the tools don't even have to be faulty for them to there to be that interference working with them. So I just have to deal with that, unfortunately, but whatever, we'll get by. So fontchar dot space equals 20 actually. So yeah, 20. All right, so potato. Little potato adventure. We have a potato adventure. Yay! Potato the adventurer. Look at him go. So yep, now one of our adventures is named Potato. Hey, cool. Welcome back, or welcome back to wherever you are. You have rejoined society. Potato adventure. um, so, hmm. Yeah. So on the one hand, I was like, I've streamed a lot this week, actually. I think I've streamed for like 35 or so hours this week. And so I assumed I was gonna be like done and want to stop streaming, but I don't necessarily feel like stopping streaming yet. So I might just actually go longer, maybe. I guess, because why not? Oh, I probably won't go too much longer though, because Fridays tend to taper off a bit. There tends to be like a decline in viewership after a certain time, but I can go for a little while longer. So, for example, I could say, yeah. So instead of just going with potato, I could say, yeah, right, okay, sure. I'll leave potato in the game just to see. Excuse me. I'll leave that running to see if anything goes terribly wrong, like if we encounter any weird bugs. But all right. Yeah. Also, that kerning, like that text is really spaced apart, huh? Like, I might want to narrow that down. Like, I mean, for starters, I might just cheat it and say like character width actually only equals 15. Save that and see how that looks. See, that's a little narrower. So like I mean, like, the only reason I can't just say like width equals like 13 is that some characters are going to exceed. Yeah, like, see, now we're like cutting off the edges of characters and stuff, but I do want it to be narrower. So I don't know. I might just deal with it. I might just be satisfied with how it is. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right. So 16. We'll just leave it at 16 for now. It's probably a little more legible when it's spaced out like that. Maybe just like slightly more legible, probably. like if I try and squish it too much, it'll like some of the characters would get like whatevs. All right, so save that. Or I don't have to save that again. But all right, so now actually, no, I'm gonna rerun the script one more time. All right. So yeah. So while that's going, let's so now let's oh, for one thing, let's I think it was a little too high. I think looking at it. Oops. Speaking of high, no, sorry. The text. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it down slightly so it's not quite as high above their head. So instead of like, what I was using 240, so I'll say like 250. Hey, we got a new follower. Camera broke. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. It's I appreciate your viewership and your support. Yeah, actually, I have an idea. How about for what? For how big is potato? It's kind of a funny question to ask, but how many characters? Like 1, 2, 3. And that's only 6 characters. So like 25 characters could span a long distance. Alright, so alright, sorry, I was just doing a little visual analysis there. So for P key in player pdict, for P key in pdict, oh, yeah. So, oh, sorry. I was just thinking, how do I, so now I basically want to assign, like, for starters, I'm just gonna, yeah, no, it can be random at first. So it's just gonna be like basically a list of players, and it's probably gonna change around, because as the list changes, it's just gonna get whatever. But, alright, so I'll just say, it'll work a little bit. And what I really like, the reason I'm not going to make it work better right now is because what I really want to do is change fundamentally how the system works. But for starters, I'm just going to say, so like, start or like first equals 0. Alt equals 0. So yeah, what else? Like so for P key in pdict, right? Okay, so blit text P key over adventures first, or no, that's ridiculous. AI over adventures AI 250 plus, no, 250 minus alt font jar, and then AI plus equals. So wait, so a character, so 6 characters. So if it was 5 characters long, it would cover roughly 3 duders, and these can be 25 characters long, so they could roughly cover 15 duders. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. All right, that's convenient. AI plus equals 5. Alt equals, wait, excuse me, minus alt times font dot height plus 5.